Hey guys, so today we are writing our graphic organizer for our informative prompt. And our prompt says, write an essay that explains in detail how and why you use an object that is important to your everyday life. Be sure to include enough details and information for a reader to understand exactly why this object is so important, how you use it, and any other important details about it. So we're going to start today by organizing our ideas a little bit. So we have our outline that we created last week, and now we're going to actually start writing some sentences to get out what we want to say, but we're not ready to form our paragraphs just quite yet. This will just help us to form our ideas and prepare us for writing our paragraphs. So as you can see, I have my informative graphic organizer here for us to use, and we're going to start with our introduction. So with our introduction, we of course want to include our topic sentence. We want to give general information about the object and possibly hook the readers, okay? So we're looking for like 4 to 8 sentences here in our introduction paragraph, okay? So we'll just go ahead and start. So I'm going to start with, I think I want to start with a question for my introduction. So something like, have you ever thought about the importance of the objects you use every day? And here, I may not use this in my actual writing, but at least it gets me started and it starts making me think about what exactly I want to write. And then I want to go ahead and state like my object that I'm going to be talking about. So one object that, oops, is in the blue. Well, I'll just keep that one right there and I'll just create another text box right here. Here we go. One object that, uh-oh, what happened to my box? I'll try it again. That I use every day is a refrigerator. And yours might say the phone or the internet, but I'll just continue to say the refrigerator is very important because we want to restate the prompt, important to my everyday life. Okay, so have you ever thought about the importance of the objects you use every day? One object that I use every day is a refrigerator. The refrigerator is very important to my everyday life. So I have a hook because of my question, kind of. I could probably make that better. I have a topic sentence in here. And now, because my topic sentence is the refrigerator is very important to my everyday life, which restates the prompt. But now I want to talk about some general information about the refrigerator. And because this is a graphic organizer, we're not going to have all of our ideas. I'm just going to put like a little clue in here for me. And I'm just going to put it in a different color, actually, to tell myself to write about general information. Okay, so like, I'm going to just put some prompting questions for myself. When was the first refrigerator created? And that's okay. Spelling's not working right now because this is like a rough draft. We're just figuring it out. So I'm going to leave that little tidbit in there for myself so that I have that information when I go to write my first paragraph tomorrow. Okay, so now let's move on to my subtopic number 1. So according to our outline that we've already done, subtopic number 1 is my body. And my first body is going to talk about the history. So I'm going to change back to blue here. and I'm going to talk about the history of the refrigerator. So that's my subtopic number 1. And so now I want to give some details about what I know about the refrigerator. So the refrigerator started as ice boxes. Ice boxes were wooden and closed that contained items that needed to stay cold for, well, long for us could be months, but back then, I'm just going to put for days because they did not keep things cold long. So I already have 2 sentences here. I definitely want to continue talking about the history of the refrigerator and where that comes from. Let me see if I have some information from my notes, because I take notes, right? We have to research this stuff so that we know that we are giving the facts in an informational topic. So let's see. Okay, I need to look for more information on the history of my refrigerator because I realized in my notes that I didn't include enough information. So I'm definitely going to want to go back and research some more so that I can add more to this subtopic number 1. But then I'm also I'm just going to put whoops, because I need to add more information about the history. This is definitely not enough. But now I'm going to go ahead and talk about when did it become an everyday use. So I want to talk about how in the 40s and 50s, refrigerators became an everyday use with a 1-door refrigerator and a small ice box on top. So I just kind of gave a brief description about when did they become an everyday use, right? In the 40s and 50s, they really became prominent, something that everybody had to have, right? So I could also give a little bit more details about that. So I definitely want to add more details about when it became an everyday use. I want to be more specific. And then I can also talk about later in my other subtopics about how it has evolved. But I definitely want to, how was it used? It was used to keep items cold, used to keep items cold for ah, I'm just gonna create a new text box here. For long periods of time. This is obviously not it. This is obviously not enough sentences because I'm going to add another text box up here. I do want 5 to 8 sentences here, but it just kind of gets things going on where I want to go for this first subtopic. Okay, let's talk about our second subtopic. So our second subtopic based off of our outline is the use of the object today. So I'm going to put that here, the use of the object today. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the advances of a refrigerator. So the refrigerator is used multiple times a day to keep food, to keep food, drinks, and long-term meat cold and fresh for long periods of time. So most foods and drinks can stay cold or fresh, like cold/fresh. I can fix that sentence when I do my rough draft for a week at a time. So my foods and drinks can stay cold or fresh for a whole week, where if you leave them out, you only have them for a day. So the refrigerator helps to do that. Looking at my notes here. What else do I want to say on the use of the object today? Well, I can also put that refrigerators also provide water and ice for everyday use. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else like. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that you can pack lots of food. Start a new text box here. Lots of food in a refrigerator with as much room as it gives you now. So I will actually want to make sure I put that in here. I'm going to put it in red that I need to add how small they were. So the size of ice boxes and refrigerators when they first came out. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Okay, let's talk about subtopic number 3, which is going to be, special features. So I want to go back to blue here. And the subtopic is going to be special features. So now I want to talk about my item and what's so special about my item. So refrigerators not only provide a cold place to store food and drinks, but it also can provide water, like I said before, up in the top one, water and ice. And then I can now talk about a new feature that has come out recently, is that is smart, some of the smart features on refrigerators. Now I'm going to talk about those smart features. So the smart features include, what can it do? It can include like a touch screen that can be used on a timer. You can link the internet. Go down here. Internet to the refrigerator to find recipes. Recipes, and then also some other I'm looking at my notes here that they have is now like there's doors within doors too of refrigerators, so I can put that refrigerators have multiple doors for easy access and storage. Obviously, I didn't have enough room to write everything, but that's okay because remember, this is just like our brainstorming. We're starting to put our ideas into sentences. So that's what we're doing here, and that's okay if I can't finish it. Okay, so obviously we do have another body paragraph. We have our everyday convenience, and I don't have room on here, but you will do a subtopic number 4. You can do that on your journal or a piece of paper, but I definitely want you to write ideas about your subtopic number 4, which is on everyday convenience. So why is this object so important to us? So you're going into more details about why this particular object is important to our everyday life. And then you're going to do your conclusion. So your conclusion here, you're going to restate your topic sentence. You could restate in a different way your question, like if you have a hook or question, and then you'll just give some general closing information about your essay. So I would like you, because I've kind of run through everything, but hopefully you can now do your subtopic number 4 on your own, as well as your conclusion on your own. So this will allow you to do that and then take a picture of it and send it to me. So what I'm looking for is a picture of this graphic organizer. You do not have to send me a picture of your subtopic number 4, which would be on the back or on a separate piece of paper or on your journal. Obviously, we didn't have that in this particular graphic organizer. But definitely your conclusion needs to be filled out. You'll take a picture of it and send it to me so I can look it over and give you any tips or points to help you as we get started with our rough draft tomorrow. All right, reach out if you guys need anything. Bye.